Well, good evening and welcome to Jen Cares, powered by Chosen Counselors. I'm your host, Jen Cares, and the founder of Chosen Counselors, a nonprofit organization that seeks to inspire, motivate, empower, and strengthen individuals and families. So, as always, I thank you all so very much for tuning in, for liking, for sharing. And, friends, if you have somebody that needs a job, a teenager, a youth, somebody, share this and tag them today, okay? Ah, so last week was so good. Lakeisha Don't Play in my Mr. Clark's voice was serious, okay? And she is serious about helping others and advocating for others. And guess what? She's available for a workshop for some friends near you. So y'all link up with her because she got some information to help you help somebody else. So tonight we continue our June Youth Theme Series, Letters to My Younger Self, where the money resides, okay? Friends, what was your first job? Share below in the comments. I'll go first. My first job, I call my first job, was when I was working at McDonald's on 52nd and Chestnut. And you couldn't tell me nothing when I got my first check. I learned about makeup and I would get this silver eyeliner and I would put on my eye and I just knew I was too cute. But I was also so excited to have my own money. I was able to also help out around the house and not always be begging my mama for money. It can happen, but find that balance. And there comes a time where you want to be responsible. And tonight, that's what we're going to talk about, how you can be where the money resides. So another job I had was at a nursing home, and I think I shared about that. Wasn't really what I wanted to do. And that's the fun part about, jobs too. You find what you like, what you don't like, and where you want to go further in that, okay? But then I remember working at a furniture factory and we would put swatches on the furniture books. This is definitely selling my age because furniture books, we don't even really have those anymore. You go online and you pick things out. But I'll put my Walkman on, telling my age again. And I'll be jamming out, just listening to music. But I enjoyed it because it gave me something to do and kept me busy. I knew what I was supposed to do and I got it done. So again, what was your best job? What was your worst job? Share. Let's chat. My friends, where are you at tonight? When you get a moment, let us know what your favorite and worst job was. But tonight's guest, Leeds, Leeds, she's over. She's the founder of Philly Teen Jobs, and she is a walking resource, and she connects hundreds and thousands with resources needed to obtain a job. So I want you to make sure that you do follow her, that you do take note to what she shared, that you share it with somebody else that is in need of a job, because this is going to be beneficial. I was sharing that somebody told me, today it was like, I need to tune in because my 14-year-old needs a job. Yes, tune in because they need a job. Let me see. Shauna said, I had a Philly job at the Academy of Natural Sciences in the membership department. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I'm going to have to ask you more about that, how you did that. I guess said McDonald's and Great Adventure. All right. I love that. So again, let's welcome and introduce Sheirce, the founder of Philly Teen Jobs, talking about where the money resides. Help me welcome her. Woo! Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, actually. How are you?
Awesome. I can't complain. It's a little warm today, but I'm not even going to complain about that. Gratefully, I can feel it,
Right.
So again, thank you so much for joining us. Over here, we start with a quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, you can't build a reputation on what you're going to do. Henry Ford. Again, you can't build a reputation on what you're going to do. What are your thoughts on that quote?
What you're going to do. In relation to getting jobs too, looking for a job is a full-time job in itself.
Yes.
And you're not going to get any results if you're just talking about it. You have to make some action to do it. And that requires job searching, and calling, and follow-upping and emailing. So you can't just say what you're going to do. You have to really put some action behind what you do. And I think that's anything in your life, really.
Absolutely. Because if you're not doing anything, you're building a reputation of not doing anything. But if you're about it, you're doing some different things. Like you said, getting a job is a job. Okay, so as always, chosen friends, I have prepared some questions, but if you have any questions or comments, be sure to comment below and we'll be sure to ask our guests. Hold on, we got Mama Wanda here. Mama Wanda said, hey, Jim, my first job was at Ray's Record, a hole in the wall on Sheldon Avenue. Loved it. Oh, Thank you so much for sharing, Mama Wanda. Raise records. All right. That's when we have records out. We still have some records, but people don't do that too much. So, Sheirce, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Sheirce. I have two lovely girls, and a grandson, actually. He's 4 months.
Awesome.
I created Philly Teen Job about 4 years ago. And a little bit longer than that, because before Philly Teen Job became Philly Teen Job, it was just resources I would collect from all over the city, bags and stacks of paper in the corner, or pictures of things, waiting for the right opportunity to give to someone or some child. I like to eat. Yeah, my favorite color is purple.
So awesome. So you had a stack of piles of papers and things and resources that you had, huh? I'm so grateful that the internet opened up Instagram so you could just post it at no time, right? Then get rid of it.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, goodness. But I love it because that's what it's about, keeping those resources together. So tonight's theme is where the money resides. How do you help youth, really go where the money resides?
So, I naturally find resources when, like, driving in the car. I have an eye for now hiring signs that are probably tucked on the side. I don't know where this skill came from, but I attend a lot of different job fairs and just a lot of community events where not too many people go and collect information. I collect it and I just put it right back out into the atmosphere, and hopefully someone can use the information. Because I have two children and they're about 7 years apart, they're both on different wavelengths. So I'm able to find things that fit the younger crowd and also the higher age teens too.
That's awesome. Awesome. So what's the age range normally of jobs that you find?
Well, it used to be ages 14 was pushing it, like age 15 to 24. But Work Ready and different initiatives because of the COVID has opened that up to age 12. So kids can go through Work Ready and start applying for jobs and paid experiences at age 12.
Very nice to hear. Friends, if you have a baby that's 12, send them her way. She can help them find a job. as if they want to work. The hope is that, they do build those skills, though. So why was this important to you to do this?
In my own personal life, I wanted my children to be somewhere positive. I wanted them to be somewhere with positive people, getting all types of experiences positive, while I positively went to work from 9 to 5. I didn't want them to be latchkey kids just home on the TV. I wanted them to be somewhere doing something positive. So that's where I created this at. I find so many different things. I think I overload their schedules with like so many things to try and figure out. This is a good way to help a child figure out what they want to do with their life, what their passion is. You can't just automatically assume they want to play basketball. Philly, there's a circus camp in Germantown. Like there's different things that you can put your kids into, and some of them are paid experiences. It's not just a job where you work the 9 to 5 and flipping burgers. There's like college prep, and if you complete the program, you can get a stipend at the end.
Very nice.
You have a couple dollars in your pocket. You have some college prep on. You have a tutor for you. There's a lot going on.
This is amazing resources. So let's talk about this circus camp. A circus camp to learn how to work a circus,
to work be something in the circus, acrobatic or things like that. I personally haven't gone to it and explored it more, but I know there is a circus camp in Germantown. You can Google it.
Wow.
Send me a
DM. You can be a part of the circus. And that's pretty cool how they get to travel and things of that sort. Now, friends, if you can't do those flips and things, don't go over there and try that.
No. But I know a lot of our kids want to backflip off the couches and things like that. So instead of saying, sit down, let's go somewhere where you can really enhance that. Go ahead.
Yes. Out your house. I also like that, the circus has the opportunity to be with animals and things of that sort. I know some youth that want to be vets and things. So learning the temperament of animals and how to support them would be really interesting. I'm going to look that up and be sure to share that one. Sure, yeah. Actually, I could probably just go to your page and find it and share it from you.
Yeah. DM me. it's probably, I haven't reposted that in a while. When I first started the Instagram page 4 years ago, I put the circus. NASA has a space camp. There's a lot of things. There's so much going on. I can't keep up with my own
I
page.
understand.
So
I understand. But I like it because as soon as it goes to you, you send it right on out. I like it because there's some camps, it's some paid opportunities, some internships, some educational pieces that go with a job.
yeah.
And these are good things because so many times, being disrespectful with the motorcycle. So many times you get a job and that is all. But if you can grow from there, even as adults, you don't want to just stay where you are. So being able to have that option of exploring more or going beyond just that summer opportunity or that weekend opportunity is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I also try to touch, there's things that we tend to forget about when we want our kids to get a job, and that's their mental health. So there's mental health for males and females, healthy eating, because you know what to do with your paycheck. So I try to touch on all types of things. And even before you even get the job, if there's an issue in your home, you don't have any lights, your rent needs to be paid, there's resources. I've just converted over to a website. It's a subscription website. So you can go on there and find everything in a more filtered way. And everything's all organized, looks jazzy on the website.
Yes, I did check out your website. Very nice. And I love that it's outside of the box too, because if you have it sounds like some social workers going on. Let me connect you with a resource so that you can go to this job. Because too often you feel like I can't go to the job. And sometimes they feel like the job is the only safe place they can go to because they know the lights are on. They know they can get a meal if they're working at a restaurant of that sort, or they're getting money so that they can provide that meal. So that's pretty cool.
As a mom, I understand, a single mom at that, I understand that there are barriers to getting our kids to where we want them to be. So I try to help that with the page and eliminate a lot of those barriers. So that way our kids, our families can be sustainable and successful.
Very nice. That's interesting. That's how that's how Jen Cares came about. Therapists went to school for therapy and things of that sort. But I found when doing therapy, sometimes they needed a social service piece. So after you gave them that support, not that therapy still wasn't needed, but it helped alleviate some of the tension and things that were going on in the house. So that's a good thing to complement. And again, that's why we do this, to give resources so that you can know what your options are, how you can be the best version of you and things. Very nice.
I also try to spotlight kids in the city, definitely in the city, but sometimes I find some awesome kids outside of Philly that are doing amazing things just to motivate our kids that, there's someone your age doing something awesome in the city. We hear about so many violent things going on, but there's also some really dope kids here in Philly really getting it and doing some really awesome things.
Absolutely. We have the Day of Hope coming up. I'm gonna have to make sure that I really put your IG out there so that they can know, because it's about letting them know that there's hope beyond what they see in the streets. And sometimes they feel like that's the end all be all to be out there, and they don't have to. We can help them go the right path. They have some ideas and some dreams and hopes that they have for themselves, and we want to be able to encourage them in that area. So I'm definitely going to make sure I share that so that they can continue to know of different resources beyond just a job, beyond whatever social services support they may need in a home, whatever help or whatever spectrum. It sounds like you hit all aspects of me, the whole person, and that's really, really commendable. So you shared that your first job was at McDonald's in Greater Ventures?
Yeah, so oh Lord, I'm showing my age. So I haven't been a Greater Venture in a few years. So inside of Great Adventure there was a McDonald's back home, so I worked inside inside Great Adventure at McDonald's. So when my shift was over, I was allowed to stay in the park and utilize the park.
And those are good jobs too, where you get to have fun and you also get to make some money. Because after a while, going to the parks after a while, it's a little expensive. But if you can get both the best of both worlds, why not? Yes, I too worked at McDonald's. I really loved it. I knew what I was supposed to do. I got it done. My manager would stand back and be like, "Girl, you doing?" I said, "Look, all you gotta do is tell me what I'm supposed to do. I get it done, get out your way, get on home. And then y'all give me a little money. So I give me a little silver eyeliner, because that was my thing back then." But I enjoyed it, and that's so amazing. So with jobs, I know you say you had two girls. What was it important for them to get jobs? Should they get jobs, or was it just an option? Like, how did you do that for them?
I I let it be an option. Because I have all the resources, there were so many things that they can get into and they would get into. So it was really, a matter of I try to, anytime they sparked a new interest in something, if that little one wanted to be about ballerina, going to go be in ballet class, or if you like doing things on a computer, let's do coding class. It's not just about go find a job, unless there is, there's a situation financially where maybe you're paying for college or things like that. There are those type of jobs out there as well, but I do encourage kids to try different things, and some of those things may be paid opportunities as well.
Yes. And it definitely helps you to know what you want to go to school for if you do want to pursue further education. Because I know several classmates that may have thought they were going for one thing and changed their mind once they got there because they feel like this is not what I wanted to do. And this time is a good time to find out what you are interested in. And we had a segment not too long ago was like, what are you already doing? And like you were just naturally, sharing the resources, naturally getting the resources for one, your household, but then it extended to many other households. And that's so great.
Yes, all these babies are mine.
Yes. Look, it takes a village.
It really does. And I noticed in a lot of conversations I have with parents, oh, I wish I had known this, or they didn't have this when I was growing up. I didn't even know about this. So that's what Philly Teen Job is about, is to create the answers to those questions. It's probably on the page.
Yes.
And also, it was a blueprint for not just my kids, but every kid in Philly. If your mom is not around, your dad is not around, whoever's supposed to care for you for whatever reason, and you need the answer to something in life, it's probably on the page. You need your ID, look on the page. You need your birth certificate, it's on the page. You need Pampers, it's on the page. You cold, you need a jacket, you need clothes, anything that you could possibly need. I'm thinking of my children and the things they could go through in life. Go to the page if mommy's not right.
I love it. And then they don't even necessarily have to have a conversation. They know where the resource is and they can obtain it for themselves. So that's also instilling in them responsibility to take matters into their own hands to support themselves. Very nice. I love it. I definitely love that it has so many different things that they can go to get that. It is so wide range of topics and supports that whatever you need, you can find it right there.
Right there.
Yes.
Because our kids don't know how to. Most of our kids, when a problem strikes where they feel their back is up against the wall, they're like, "What am I supposed to do?" And many give up. Don't give up. Go to the page and find something. You'll probably get distracted by everything else I'm putting up there, But there's always something on there that can probably help you get out of a situation or into a new one.
So true. And it's for all ages. I saw the video, young lady was talking about different things with jobs. I was like, oh, like this is good for me too. So any age can also find themselves of what they need. And because it is for teens, but if support is needed in the house, a parent can get that support too. If it's a teen parent, that teen parent can get that support too. So again, phenomenal. You're doing a phenomenal job.
Thanks. It's a lot of fun for me.
Yes.
I really do have to tell myself to stop posting because everything gets flooded and I don't think the kids can keep up.
But I get that. But the benefit is that what somebody needs, they will get it at the right time. It's like, you scroll it and you see so many different posts and things of that sort. But what you need, it comes up at that right time. And it encourages, I randomly came up on that video for the young lady. I was like, oh, this was really good. So again, it's great because somebody's going to find themselves. Somebody's going to go back to the page and scroll through. I'm not a stalker if I go back and scroll through and I like something from some years ago that you posted. But that's what happens. You find something that's beneficial for the time that you find yourself in right now.
Yeah.
Let me see. Crystal said it's great to stimulate the interest of the children. It helps them pursue their interests. Absolutely.
Yes. And I want to say to our youth, I read today, I think I'm going to post it later on. Make sure you get a friend. Watch your friend groups. Make sure you have 1 to 2 friends that motivates you and you can motivate them.
Yes.
The saying says, birds of a feather flock together. So if all your friends, if your immediate 5 friends around you, if none of y'all have a job, you won't have a job. If none of your friends is going to school for something, going to a learning a skill somewhere, I don't care. Learn investing. Do something. If you're not
Yeah.
doing something that's going
Yeah.
to generate an income for you, most likely you're not going to have any income.
Yes.
So find yourself some supportive friends. If you cannot find any supportive friends, get into one of these groups that I'm putting on the page, and now you'll meet some new friends. Get a mentor. I tell a lot of kids that DM me, when they're looking for a job. I give them the information about the job, and I also try to send them to a mentor.
Okay. Very nice.
So you can have someone that's older guide you as well.
Very nice, very nice. I definitely love that piece. I had some youth. If they showed me that they were interested in doing a particular skill and that wasn't my set, I connected them with somebody that did do that, so they can find out, is that something they really want to do. Or I had some students that wanted to be a mechanic. Find your local mechanic. Find your parents' mechanic. Go talk to them. See what you can do around the shop to learn the different things, to see if that's something you really want to do before you pursue that. Not that you can't have several different skills under your belt, but just finding out, is this something that you want to do? Even hair. I know some people that went to school for hair, but that's not what they do. But if they need to rip out some curling irons, they can rip that half. So it's good to have those different skills for whenever you may need them.
And a lot of these places are really opening up the age group for these kids, especially you mentioned hair. A lot of cosmetology. There's a lot of junior barbering schools right now that are opening up. I believe, I'm probably misquoting it. I think the youngest for junior barbering is almost 8 years old that these kids are getting these clippers in their hands. But, they're starting very early.
Yes.
If you put some good number of like 5 years in before you're even 20 years old, you can pretty much coast, through instead of working until you're 65 years old.
Yes, yes. And it's funny, as you said, the 8. I did see a young man that was definitely under 10 cutting somebody's hair, and he was really talented. Why? Because he was perfecting his gift. That was something he was interested in. That's like it's a young guy on Instagram. He plays the guitar, well, the bass. That baby is bad. I can't wait till he get older to see what he's doing then. But that's it. As they find something they're interested in, they continue to strengthen it, and then they soaring past just current barber and beauticians because they've been, working on their craft.
Yes. And a lot of programs do offer like do they still do tokens? Offer transportation and I don't know. I haven't
It's
done
day passes. Day passes.
then they do give out ways for you to get to these programs. I don't want the kids to feel like, oh, I can't get there, or my mom can't take me, my dad, this, that, and the third. Don't let no be your final answer. DM me. We'll figure out a way.
Yes, yes. I love it. Definitely with the transportation. Sometimes by just asking them, they have the funding for it. Because a lot of programs sometimes are maybe, if it's not a grant funded program, it's really from the income that they get, but they do have resources where they can support you, and all you have to do is ask.
Definitely.
So I saw that you posted about SOAR. So if a youth was involved in a criminal justice system, that they can still get support through a reentry program?
Yes. A lot of the programs that I post are things that I'm reposting or finding randomly. I'm not affiliated with any of these companies per se. I don't work for them. I don't know all their logistics. I need you guys to do your due diligence. The information is there. Call them up. Ask questions. You never know what you may find out. And from those conversations, you start building a network of people. And they may direct you to something else that you didn't even realize was the beginning of your conversation. Call them up, ask them. But yes, there are expungement clinics that can help those that have just come out.
Awesome, very nice. And that's big because I feel like I can't never get a job. Now, with some things that may hold you back per se, but it doesn't mean that that's a no either, because there are also some places that'll take you no matter what your record is.
Yep.
You just have to do your research. And I like that, do your due diligence. I give you the resource, but I can't take you to the interview. I mean, I can support you to get there, but you got to do your part too. You have to at least call to schedule the interview. You have to at least apply to get the interview, and then we can help you get to the next step. Because sometimes people get enabled because they're like, oh, well, she's posting it. She can help me do everything. No, sunshine, you have to do your part too. I did a part, you do a part. Now we come in the middle, see what else needs to be done.
Yes. And many teens, I get it. This is a lot to learn quickly about getting a job. But the main thing I notice, a lot of teens DM me, what's the address, where it's at. how do I do it? And the information is on the post, most likely, or in the caption.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you in DM. I'm going to reroute you right back to the caption because I want you
Yes.
guys to use your critical thinking skills. I want you to read and research. Google it.
Yeah. You know, they Google everything else. What time the mall come? What time is the last bus to KOP? I heard some boys talking about it. I was like, see, y'all know how to find out what y'all need to find out. So y'all can find out this stuff too.
Yes.
Awesome. That's good. That's good. So have you actually done any workshops or anything to support with the process of how one should dress for a job and things of that sort? Or do you share resources for that?
I share resources for that. Again, Philly Teen Job has picked up momentum in ways that I didn't really expect. I thought this was just going to be like a billboard of just information for my daughter and her friends, and I have gone to heights that I'm still trying to catch up. So workshops will be offered very soon. Currently, I'm just finding the best resources I can that can support our kids with that aspect, and like giving information on and tips on like how to find scholarships and what to do in your first year of college, before you get ready for high school, things like that. There's so many different people that are doing so many awesome videos for the kids, and our kids don't know to look for those things when they're on Instagram. You know, Instagram is not just a playground. You can start following different pages that can support you in how to find a job. You can YouTube how to find a job, what to wear on my first interview.
Absolutely.
You know, there's Careers Wardrobe that can help. If you don't have any interview clothing or uniforms for work, you can go to places like Career Wardrobe that can support you with that.
Very nice. Definitely YouTube, I see they have a lot of YouTubers that are doing videos and making money from it. So then some youth get into that, and that's totally fine too. But one group young man that I actually watch sometimes, he actually has now started a channel for investing and things of that sort. So now he's also using it to teach somebody else something. So it's those simple things right there. Just connecting with somebody. He's young. He's already doing like pranks and other videos and things of that sort. So he has a following. So then he's like, let me teach you how you can make money too. Let me teach you how you can do the same things that I'm doing too. So that's the thing. Going beyond just that YouTube of them doing those pranks, or that Instagram of them doing their pranks, or somebody fighting, or somebody shooting, or whatever it is they doing. And really finding those pieces that's going to help you be the best version of you.
Yes. And watching those World Star and fighting and all of that, that's not good for your soul. You have to feed your brain, your eyes, and your body good food, good images, and have good people around you.
Absolutely. It's so very needed. Because as you shared, if you're around people and none of them have a job, you're not going to have a job. Or if you do have a job, they be like, come on, you don't got to go to work today. Can't you just call out? And you call out enough, you're not going to have a job no more. So you got to know what your responsibilities are, what your obligations are, what's important to you, and why you're doing it, your why. So very good.
Yes.
But yeah, so we're you have some workshops that could be in the works that you're looking into, but a gazillion resources. Tell us a little bit more about the mentorship that you have. Is that the different programs that you're connecting with? But you also shared that if somebody called, you also connect them as well.
So I know of, I try to repost mentors that I know that are in the city. Black Men Heal, that's therapy for our boys. Black Girl Therapy, that's a great way to search up therapy. And there's a lot of mentor groups that are throughout the city. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. For our females, Successful Women Achieving Goals, they're a really great mentor group, and they have a lot of different workshops for girls that support them with, they even give out free clothing from Urban Outfitters. So
very nice.
It's so many. So if you're looking for a mentor and you don't find what you're looking for on the Instagram page, you're more than welcome to go to the website. There is a tab that is mentorship, and you can find a mentor that can support you.
Got it. Yes. And the website, again, as you shared, it's definitely broken down where you can find like the jobs, the community, the mentorship, internship, apprenticeship, scholarships, and some other resources, which is really, really good. So we have a
Yes, there's actually a housing program on there right now. I believe that they've completed their last cohort, but I would encourage teens up 16 to 22 to call and email and see when their next cohort is. When you complete the 12 weeks, they will help you with your security deposit, and from what I'm understanding, they'll help pay your rent for a year.
That's a
And
good
the
resource.
12 weeks involves learning about how to be a renter, how to read your lease. What does it mean to be a renter versus a owner? And what your security deposit covers. And they really go over what it means to be a renter.
Very nice. Very nice. And that's good for them to know, because sometimes they want to move out or get their own, but don't know how to do it. Or they move out, you can't sustain it. So really learn how to budget for it. Because out here, they'll be like, as long as my rent is this, but what about utilities? What about food? What about this? What about that? And the best plan is always messed up by an unexpected that comes along. It's like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. We never know. Or like they'll get the car. I bought a car. Can you pay for insurance? Can you pay for the gas? So really teaching the youth those different pieces. And some adults. The children aren't by themselves. Some adults need that support too. But that's a pretty cool resource of knowing, how to get into a spot and for them to be able to also support you through that.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm definitely going to look that up to share that as well.
The website is constantly being updated, so it's just as much as the Instagram page. So I try to put a lot more information on the website because it is subscription tiered. So I know my developer is going crazy with everything I send to put on the website. I just can't help it.
Yeah, but hey, it's helping somebody. You'd be surprised. Well, not you surprised. You are helping so many more people, so we appreciate it. And so your developer they just keep their fingers going so they can keep it going for us, because we thank you. We're appreciative. So we have a question. Crystal said, how do you encourage the kids around peer pressure?
Again, that's about the team, your friend group. You may want to. I know it's lonely being a teen, trying not to have friends, but you really have to get to an age where you have to sit back and analyze what the person next to you is doing for your life. Are they adding or taking away from your life? And if you're having someone that's adding to your life, those are your supports that can help you with peer pressure around school or wherever you're getting pressured at. Centering yourself and involving yourself in more positive things can help with peer pressure as well, I feel.
Very good. A. Marie said, I love the idea of helping kids find mentors. I had great mentors growing up, and they are definitely the reason I am so successful now. That's really good.
Having another adult to go to and ask questions is really helpful for our kids. It does take a village. It really does. And the I don't want to use burden. Parents have a lot to do, and we as parents have to sometimes take a moment to realize that our kids are growing and they're trying to absorb, and sometimes it takes to hear it from someone else what we're trying to convey over, especially if we're in the middle of doing something, and
I'm glad to hear that you have some mentors. That's a hard task sometimes to find. I've always had trouble finding mentors through big brothers, big sisters, because there's a lack of people being able to, I guess, commit to that task. But that's a hard piece to sometimes find somebody to be a mentor, somebody to take some time out. And we want to be able to reach back to pull somebody forward, but we don't have too many people that's reaching back. And that's the hard part. How have you been successful to find mentor programs that are active?
Like I said, there's so many organizations that offer mentorship, and a lot of people don't want to do the extra step to call and find out. Just because it's a one-day program, that can actually turn into your mentor. A lot of there's so many groups that have mentorship. It's just I'm spreading the word so everyone knows that and be aware.
Yes.
There are a lot of groups that are mentors. I can think off the top of my head, at the ESPN barbershop here in West Philly, they offer mentorship in the barbershop for the boys. They come in, sit in the chair, and they have those barbershop talks. But a lot of that is serious talks about, things that's going on that a young male would deal with in the streets and all of that. And it's a safe place for them and get your haircut.
Very nice.
You know?
Very nice. Very nice. And I think that's it. Sometimes we get so caught up thinking, or we tell our age a little bit, but like big brother, big sister could be still around, but they're not as active maybe as the ESPN program or another program that is booming, really doing a lot with mentorship and things of that sort. So doing that research and that legwork beyond the couple places that you do know. Who else does it? Again, utilizing Google. Google is your friend. A. Marie said, how can adults sign up to be mentors? Are you taking mentors for your program, or would they have to reach out?
That's a good one. I can start compiling a list of adults that want to be mentors. You can also, the same groups that are on my page are offering mentorships and different activities and for our youth. You can connect with them and say, hey, I would like to be part of this. I would like to volunteer my time for someone to talk to or help out with the program. That's all part of mentoring.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Chosen friends, if you want to be a mentor, the floor is yours. Connect with somebody today. They're open to it. So when reflecting on younger you, as it relates to like maybe getting jobs or just different decisions that you made and things of that sort, what would you say? What would you tell yourself?
If I would listen. I hear that question a lot on Instagram and like, what would you tell your younger self? And it's hard because when I think about myself at age 18, 16, and someone like myself at this age would try to sit me down and say, hey, don't do this, or you may want to stick with that a little bit longer. I don't know if I would listen to them. Mm-hmm. What words I think the question is, what would you want to hear at that age that would make you want to listen?
Yes.
And follow through. And I think that has more to do with having a mentor or someone that's constantly on your back to say no and seeing the result of it. I think I would tell myself to go to school, go away, don't stay home, go see the world, go travel if you can, go to school. That's the best way you can go see things, or be a part of more stuff, try new things, because that's how you can get out and meet new people and have new experiences and learn new things too.
Yes. I like that. If I would listen, because that's the part right there. Like, who is this from the future telling me now as a 12-year-old that I need to mind my business and listen to my mom? Like, are we going to listen? And that's the thing, because we think that we're grown, or we thought that we were grown. And then we found out I have more years to be an adult than I had to be a kid. And I want to be a Toys R Us kid again because it was fun. I didn't have these responsibilities. So that's the big piece of what will we listen to. I also like the piece of, the mentor, because even having a mentor when you're younger, it's still good to have one as you're older too, to have that accountability to really help you to say, is that something you really want to do? Is that something you really want to pursue? Or try it, but that support to give you that balance feedback of what it is that you're trying to do for your life.
Yes. And just being a part of a group that's doing something. Yes. That can be that one day that you're going to your group or your club or whatever that you're doing could be the determining factor, because had you not went that day, you went the other way, that probably would have been your last day.
Right.
I think about all these kids and the memorials that I see going up and down the streets of Philly. If that kid could have just went to a program that day.
Yeah.
Or their mentor picked them up that day and took them to the left instead of sitting on the corner. Yeah. Where would they be today?
Yeah. It's sad. I worked in child welfare for a little bit, and one of your young men had purchased a bulletproof vest. And at first it was like frustrating, like, why did you do that? But I'm like, I wonder if he was thinking that would help protect him, save him by having that vest. He felt like maybe I won't die, this is going to protect me because that's what they do and things of that sort. So that can be overwhelming for kids. They've got a gazillion different things in their minds, especially with what's going on in the world right now. So that's pretty big, of hoping that, like, if that mentor did reach out, if they weren't with somebody, and sometimes even that mentor is like, I didn't feel like it, but if you would have went that day, what support could have been? And not pointing blame and fingers, because bullets have no name, and decisions are decisions that they make at the end of the day. But just trying to be present and available to that what you say that you will be doing for that child that you're trying to help.
Yep.
So another question. Another question. Do you feel like your life has been different from what you imagined it would be?
Yes. I did not think, I don't know. I really, my goals when I was a teenager definitely are different from where they are right now. I definitely didn't think about having, of course, who thought about the internet, but to have a resource platform where I'm helping so many kids is truly a blessing. But it amazes me to see where I am right now compared to where I started.
Very nice, very nice. Would you have changed anything?
Excuse me?
Would you have changed anything?
No, I think I like the journey that I've been on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes while you're in the journey, it's tough, it's heartbreaking, you don't understand, but you learn. You get a tough skin. You learn about so many different things, and now you can make a better choice as you have matured. Had I not gone through whatever I've gone through, I may not have probably made the same decisions I made to get where I am right now.
Yes, yes. I say that often too. Like, that one change could have messed up a whole bunch of other things. And we learned lessons from the experiences that we had, and it helped us to be the women that we are today, the men that we are today, and to keep going.
Yes. So I'm multitasking. I'm moving around. My daughter had her 8th grade dance, and it's almost over. So I need to go and get her, and it's raining.
Got it. No worries, no worries. So my next question is, how would you like to be remembered? The loser.
Here.
Yes, I can hear you now. Ooh. So can you hear me? Sheirce? All right, so we may have lost her. She does come back. I will add her back in. But here we go. And
yes, I'm still here.
Okay, yes, there we go. Okay, so my next question was, how would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered by being a source in the community where people can find what they need. Mm-hmm. I think the page and the website, it will.
Sheirce?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Were you saying how you want to be remembered? Okay.
I'm so sorry. I would like to be remembered for the page and the resources that help so many people. That's what I would be remembered for.
Awesome. And you definitely will be remembered. This legacy is amazing already today. If you didn't know, definitely wanted to help you out with that. Crystal said that's weather and technology for you. Absolutely. They disrespectful.
It's raining really bad.
Yes. So we're talking about the rest. What do you feel like the future holds for Team Philly Jobs and for you?
Oh gosh, Philly Teen Job is going to not just stay in Philly. It's going to be Delaware Teen Job. I have kids from Europe and Ohio and Africa that have DME. So I think Philly Teen Job is going to go on tour eventually and just set up little hubs all over the place and try to find resources for our kids.
Wow.
I'm not sure if we're going to have a brick and mortar building because of the way life it has changed, especially with the COVID. I believe we're going to do everything online. I would like to stay ahead of the curve with technology. So as the iPhones and the capability of technology grows, so will Philly Teen Job. So if we're doing holograms, then the hologram will come up with a job. Because I think that during any new era of development, technology-wise, kids still gonna need a job.
Yes.
So I would like to do that in the future. And in the very near future, I don't know if it's gonna be this summer. I will have a job fair. And it won't be just tables. It will be tables, but I would like to have people coming. I want the mentors speaking in one area, the dancing in one area. I would like for it to be a whole event.
Yes. And possibly even some mock interviews so they can get that experience as well.
Yes, mock interviews. Just a whole community of different things that I provide on that page. I would like to have it in one place so our kids just don't get bored with just walking around tables gathering paperwork. Oh no, I want you to stay here and learn something and gain some things and go home that night with some things on your mind, motivated for the next day.
Yes, I love it. I'm gonna stay tuned so I can find out when you're doing it, see how I can support and help as well.
Yes, please do, everyone.
So my next question is, what is like your closing thoughts for us of like where the money resides, Philly Teen Jobs? What is something that you definitely want us to walk away with today?
I would like everyone to know that Philly Teen Job is more than just jobs. There's resources of all kinds on the page. Go on the page, go on the website. If you're lost or you need something, go on the page.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Awesome. The website or the Instagram page. You would definitely find whatever it is.
For those who are on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and I have a website. I am looking for volunteer interns to do TikToks and all of those things that you guys are into.
Yes.
But if you would like to help Philly Teen Job, I will give you full credit. You can start your portfolio if that's going to be your career drive. What is that? Design and all that. And if you would like to help out and you need community service hours, I'll be more than able to help you get your community service hours if you help out.
Awesome, very nice. So if you know youth that need some community service hours, that want to get some experience, that is a TikTok expert, send Sheirce White and send them my way too. You know, I can use a TikTok. I'll be trying to learn them dances. I mean, may or not. They like to do it.
I dropped the phone. No, that's not my lane. I know my limits, and that's one of them.
Yes, I love it. Oh my goodness. So as shared, be sure to connect with Sheirce and Philly Teen Jobs. I believe it's is it? I want to say it right.
It's phillyteenjobs.com, the website. On Facebook and Instagram is philly.teenjobs.
Yes.
With the S. Let me see.
Philly.teenjobs, right?
Yes. Woo. It is.
So that's her on Instagram, philly.teenjobs. So be sure to connect. Actually, I should put it at IG. Okay. So definitely follow her on Instagram. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, Sheirce. This has been great. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I will continue to follow you on Instagram to find different tidbits and share them, because sometimes they ask me about jobs and things too. So I'm going to send them your way, because there's no point in reinventing the wheel when somebody else is already doing it. So thank you. Do the same.
If you're outside.
Yes, you drive safely, and I hope that your daughter enjoyed her dance.
Yes, she's probably all wet.
Go ahead. Thank you again.
Everyone, I'll see you on the gram.
Yes, awesome. So awesome. Tonight we just had Sheirce of Philly Teen Jobs, and that was really, really great. You know, nothing like a mama to multitask as needed, and I'm just so grateful for her joining us on tonight. Again, be sure to check out her on Instagram, her on Facebook, or on her website, because again, she has some amazing resources, a gazillion of resources a day, so you can find yourself in one of those posts that she may post. Don't forget our quote of the day: "You can't build a reputation on what you're going to do." Henry Ford. Friends, that means you got to do it right now. You got to do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. And we have some resources that can help you do it. She shared that if a teen is looking for somewhere to live or wants to get their own spot, there's a program that can help them and have security deposit for their apartment. That's nice. Do you know a youth that could benefit from that? Send them her way. She can help them. Okay. All right. So that's what else do I have? So don't forget, we have the Day of Hope coming up on Saturday, August 14th. Tickets go live on is it next Monday? Yes. Tickets go live next Monday, so that's going to be pretty good. So if you have a youth that's age 13 to 18, be sure to send them our way because it's going to be amazing. We're going to talk about jobs and careers. We're going to talk about health concerns and things of that sort for that youth may go through. We're going to have some policing talking about getting home safely and dealing with that. We're also adding 2 workshops for the parents. So again, you want to tune in, and it is absolutely free. Be sure to join us on next week as we will have Dr. Myra Rutland, and she's going to talk about savage love. I met Dr. Myra at a community event, and she was sharing about STDs and things of that sort, and how one can protect themselves. And we want to know how to be protected, how to protect ourselves, because love can be savage, but we want to know how to make it, work for us to our benefits, okay? So that is everything that I have for tonight. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Thanks again to Sheirce. She did an amazing job. And next week we will have Dr. Myra. If you have any questions, need any support from any of the resources that you have heard on tonight, be sure to send me a message. I do love you all so much, and thank you so much. Until next time.